How the hell to start with this? Right then guys, next up we're going to be harvesting the elephant garlic. Now I should have come along and pulled all the scapes off these probably before going on holiday, but just didn't get around to it, and they're now all tangled up and gone absolutely bonkers in here. There is loads of look like wasps in here, so I'm going to be careful and try and get all them out without getting stung or without falling off here. If I just move the net right back. And maybe just make a start in the middle. So these ones are the double XL. Jesus Christ, that's huge. These were sent to me by Petronouth. And these are some of the biggest things I've ever bloody seen. Holy crap. Wow. The size of this, guys. Peel them outer skins off. There's loads of the bulbils. Did try growing those this year. Nothing came up, so might try it again. Who knows? But blimey. That is absolutely massive. The scapes, just snap those off. They might be a bit woody now, so I doubt that we might not even be able to use those now. But the actual garlic looks absolutely amazing. So I'll get these put on here. I can't remember if I had 3 or 4 of the double XL, but they were planted right in the middle here. So you should be able to just pull these scapes off. But that outer skin just starting to go rotten there, so get them off, get peeled back, and get rid of these little bulbils out of there. I'll put all those to one side. We might plant them up, don't know yet, but again, another lovely one there. So I've been growing elephant garlic for about four years now, and we've tried it once, so we've eaten one of these. I was sent 3 cloves by Terry King, and since then I've just been saving my own stock every year, been keeping it all, replanting it, and this year we've got quite a lot of it by the looks of it, and if there's more like this, we're doing very well. Some of the ones on the front here, they were just the rounds, and they were a lot later getting planted. And they're not the double XL. Okay, so let's put them in. think if I'd have left these in a little bit longer, we'd have been having some issues with rot, but we have had a lot of rain. They do seem to be looking okay. Got a few onions in here. I had spotted one. This one, that's bolted as well. But still usable. So we'll pull that out as well. Good chance to get any of the weeds out. I am going to be careful on this edge because we do have the parsnips, and I don't want to be getting the sap off the leaves, Jesus, on your skin, because when that reacts with the sunlight, that can be very painful. It's never happened to me, but I've seen pictures of it and it doesn't look very nice. So always be careful around parsnips, especially in a t-shirt. It's probably best to wear a long sleeve t-shirt or shirt. And you might notice I'm not washing all of them. I'm only washing the ones that have a sealed skin. If they're split like this, I won't wash them, just because you don't want the water getting in under that skin, because that'll cause the rest of the garlic to rot. Where to next? Quite difficult to get to some of these with them being on the far side, and with there being so much in here. So I'm just going to hop in, pull a few out, and then we'll have a look at them. That was lucky. Glad I didn't lose that in there. There's a couple of rounds and a few of the smaller ones that the stems are just breaking off. I am digging out underneath them as much as I can before pulling them out. But all the ones that haven't split, they'll just get planted again next year. A lot of these were all small rounds, smaller than that. But they'll either get used in the kitchen or planted again. I think that's all of them from in there. Right, so with what's come out of that bed, I'm very happy with. There's quite a few decent ones. There's a couple of small ones, as you always get, and there's a couple that haven't split. But just look at the size of that. That is fucking huge. And those are the 3 double XL, which I'll be saving those to plant again this year. I will be saving a lot of this as well. Do have a nice pile of scapes. Whether or not they'll be usable, I'm not too sure. But we'll give them a go anyway. If they are a bit woody, then it doesn't matter. We've got plenty of garlic here. There's 5 that broke off. These will just get used straight away. And I probably have missed 1 or 2 in there. I think there's one right in the back there that I've missed. But we'll get them again. If not, they'll go back next year. This bed does need a really good tidy up. As you can see, I've disturbed a lot of the soil getting in there, but majority of stuff seems okay. The onions seem to be doing well. It was only the one that looked like it had bolted, so glad we got that out, and glad everything else seems to be looking okay. There's a lot of bindweed at the back here. It's coming from next door, not too much I can do about that. The parsnips, they're looking great. Beetroot, again, just seems to be getting eaten. Everywhere I plant it, it's just getting eaten. So we'll get the rest harvested from the baskets on top of the compost bays and finish the video there. Right then, so that is everything from the raised baskets up on top of the compost bays. Again, a couple where the top snapped off, a few heads that haven't split, and a few decent sized ones. I haven't cleaned these ones up yet. We did get another little handful of scapes off those as well. So all in all, a very good harvest of garlic this year. Right then guys, so that is it for the 2025 garlic harvest. All in all, very good results throughout all the garlic, soft neck, hard neck and the elephant garlic. Very surprised with some of the results, considering that a lot of it was experiments and tests. Growing the elephant garlic in the shopping baskets, probably something I won't do again, but the normal garlic in the shopping basket, 100% I'll be doing that again next year. So, till next time, bye for now.